The pyramids of Egypt have enthralled humanity across eras and cultures as symbols of ambition, mystery, and belief in the eternal. Their sheer monumental scale inspires awe at what drove ancient builders to such feats. But pyramids were more than tombs or monuments. They directly represented core ideas the Egyptians held about kingship, gods, and overcoming mortality through meticulous preparations for eternal life, flowing across two worlds, the mortal realm and the endless Duat underworld that gave birth to all existence. To understand why the Egyptians devoted such tremendous resources for constructing towering geometric pyramids, we have to look at their concept of the pharaoh. Pharaohs were priest-kings ruling society, as well as religious life, by maintaining harmony and courting the gods' favor with rituals and offerings. More than mere men, pharaohs were seen as actual incarnations of deities on earth, shepherding prosperity and order on behalf of both humanity and gods. The pharaoh therefore took on mythic dimensions as a god made flesh to channel divine benevolence to the people, while also carrying out symbolic maintenance like making offerings or speaking magic spells to sustain cosmic order. Art constantly emphasizes the pharaoh's semi-divine nature by depicting his imposing size, dominating scenes, or showing him defeating chaotic monsters. The pharaoh stood as a kind of pivot point between mortal and immortal realms. This idea that the nation relied so heavily on a god-king to ensure fertility, successful harvests, and continued harmony meant the Egyptians placed supreme importance on helping pharaohs overcome death. If the king could not escape mortality to carry out his sacred duties spanning worlds, disorder might run rampant, or the gods withdraw bounty. The pyramid emerged as a tool to achieve this, an architectural machine designed to assure pharaohs eternal life among the circumpolar stars believed to never die. Pyramids aimed metaphysical shafts of stone toward key constellations, so the god-king's soul could ascend to heavens and join the imperishable stars in their endless journey. The structure's weight and internal features physically warded off chaos and change, and elaborately decorated burial chambers held everything a divine ruler required to live comfortably for all time. Later, pharaohs therefore strove to outdo one another in building ever larger pyramids they believed would grant them rebirth. But as dynasties rose and fell across centuries, Egyptians came to question the once unassailable status of god-kings. Climate disasters and foreign invasions challenged the ideology of all-powerful pharaohs, endlessly rejuvenating the land. At the same time, the cult of Osiris introduced judgment and afterlife for common people too. Society evolved and could no longer sustain the same absolute faith in or resources for towering monuments to immortal godhood focused solely on the pharaoh. But the essential longing to overcome death has never faded from human hearts. So the pyramids persist as universal cultural icons representing the epic scale of Egypt's aspirations, and also perhaps our own impossible hopes that some realm transcends the unknown frontier beyond our mortal existence. These mountains built by hand compel belief in forces larger than ourselves, from which the god-kings claimed strength enough to have their names written across the heavens for eternity. What else might we achieve by lifting our eyes to contemplate such grand heights? If you want to dive deeper into the myths, symbols, and history behind these incredible monuments erected in longing for eternity, check below this video for a link to the book Pyramids and Pharaohs, a deep dive into Egyptian mythology, covering spiritual beliefs that shaped the ancient civilization. It links the gods to the architecture we continue marveling at today. Understanding the pyramid's meaning reveals much about both this fascinating culture and humanity's relationship with powers beyond present understanding.